Cam here from the fish room again. Like I said before, I'm getting really frustrated at one particular thing in my fish room, and that is my water changing system. Currently all I'm using is just a hose. It's going from one tank to another, but I'm getting real frustrated at how I'm having to start it and then how I'm having to crimp it between tank to tank to tank. So today we're going to work out a way of doing it differently, and I've decided I'm going to make one of those weird little PVC doohickey things. So I've watched a few different videos, and I had a little issue with one of them, or most of them, is how the bottom of them were left open. Now I have a lot of small fish, and I don't want my small fish getting sucked up, so I'm going to try and work on a way of adjusting that as well. Hi guys, Cam here from the fish room again. On our channel we're talking about aquariums and tropical fish and my journey between being an aquarium hobbyist as well as an aquarium shop owner. So if that sounds like something to be interested in, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like our videos, and if you've got any burning questions, please bang them in down below. So like I said before, there's one thing in particular I'm getting quite frustrated within my fish room here at home. And that's when I'm starting my water changes, I'm using a single hose to remove the water. The problem is that I'm finding is I have to have something either holding the hose on the top of the aquarium or clamping the hose on or something like that so I can actually start the siphon, which is beginning to really frustrate me. So in today's video I'm going to make one of those little plastic doohickeys that go over to make the water changes a lot easy. So that's what we're going over today. Right, so first of all I just want to thank my daughter Charlotte because she's holding my camera today. So she's been a very helpful little girl and I really appreciate it. Right, onwards and upwards. So like most of you aquarium keepers, I've got a magnitude of bits of pipe and fittings and all sorts of other stuff. So luckily today, the only things that I actually needed to go out and buy for this was a tap, two of these coupling bits, and one of these couplers here for the hose. So everything else that I had lying around my house, and I'm sure most of you other fish keepers or other hobbyists will probably be the same. If you're looking at doing a project like this, you probably have a majority of the parts. I actually know that I've got one of these hanging around somewhere as well, but it's a lot bigger than what I need, so I had to go out and buy one. Right, so this is the basic design of what I'm looking at doing. Water's going to come in here, it's going to sit over there on the lip of the aquarium, out through there, and out to my plastic hose that I normally use. So an issue that I was having after watching a few other people's design and do their ones is how to stop small fish getting in here. I've got a poly box full of these old sponge filters and they sit perfectly just on that. So I'll be able to put this pretty much flush with the ground of the aquarium, maybe a little bit higher, and that should then draw the water in through the sponge, in through the pipe, and out without actually losing any fish. I could probably even lift it a lot higher to about there, so I'm not going all the way to the bottom. It should still theoretically do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all together and do a dry run with it and see if it works, and if it does then I'll glue it all together. So all put together, just like that. Then my hose will sit on there, and out of the aquarium it shall go. Alright, let's give it a test run. Right, so as you can see it's sitting up here by the water line and taps on. If I turn it off, it'll break the siphon, and leave it on, it should go. So I'm going to run outside and start the siphon and see how we go. Alright, so water's actually now coming out quite cleanly outside. And now I've turned it off. I can see that it's definitely stopped. I can see outside that it stopped. So that is a success. So if I leave this on, that should continue to drain to here. In this tank it's pretty close to a 50% water change, which is fairly handy. But what I really wanted to make sure, or what I wanted to try and make it do, is this. So if I turn it off, because this is the bit that I was getting frustrated at, turned it off, put it into another aquarium, and turn it on. And that's perfect because that's still draining out the way that I wanted it. As you can see, it made a bit of a mess between here and there because of the sponge. So, I think if I turn this tap off, take the sponge off, then that'll drain out to the point like that. Put it back up there, drain out the water in that aquarium, put it back in maybe, not going to work for me. That one's not going to work either. No, we're in. And it draws. So being that I'm in a fish room, I might have to take that sponge off each time, which is okay if I make a mess. It'd be a little bit different if I was inside. If I was inside, I might have to look at putting a little mesh screen or something on it. But the principle of the system is working fine. It's draining. I can then turn it off. Move it from one tank to another. And start my water change again in there like that. So I'm really happy with how that's worked. You can see it's taking on my duckweed for a ride, which is great. Flows fairly quickly, which is also pretty good. So I'm going to go and pull it apart and glue it up.
You're going to cut the sound out of this, right?
Nope.
Oops. Yeah.
Right, so the next step in this is obviously I need to put some thread tape around the threaded bits. So that's the first step as far as the assembly goes. So during the trial run, I was thinking to myself, if I don't actually glue this into here, if I can have that removable, then if I've got short aquariums, I can have it into here. Long aquariums, I can go that way, or the other way around. I forget now which one. Other way around. Shorter aquariums, have it coming from this side, to short bit there. Longer aquariums, going that way. So I might not actually glue this piece into either of them, so they're both adjustable, and I'll just glue these through here and these little bits down here into it instead. I think that's going to be a better option than I can just twist things around because I've got big tanks and small tanks. It's obviously gluing the parts together, so I've got my PVC glue. You glue the inside of the bit. And the other piece as well. Just a note, I am not a plumber. Do not pretend that I am a plumber. I've never been a plumber. I've just put some fishy stuff together before. So you glue both edges, twist it and away you go. And that'll be nice and solid. So I'll do the same for the rest of them, and we'll be laughing. Yeah.
I wasn't recording that whole time.
That's right.
Oh my god. You're cutting out the sound, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, again. Do you not know how to do that?
No.
Oh, I'll teach you. It's easy.
Just.
I will. And then you can't hear our conversation. It's so easy. Yeah. I can teach you how to edit properly. No offense.
Some taken.
Some taken. Oh, I'm still filming. Make sure to do it tightly so it doesn't spill like that. Don't want it spilling. Bye. Forget to clean it off and make sure you use an old towel, not a new one, especially not a white one. Anyway, bye. Try not to inhale it, it stinks.
Right, now we've got two parts. I can go that way for the bigger aquariums, or I can roll it around and go that way for the smaller aquariums. Clearly I'm not very good at gluing. I've made a heck of a mess, but that's okay. This is just a fish room tool. Anyone that's got a fish room knows a lot of stuff like this. Doesn't really matter what it looks like, as long as it works right. So there we have our doozicky. I'm going to let it sit for about half an hour or so, then I'll give another little video and see if it goes perfect, and then we'll go from there. This week's discount code is CleanMe. Put clean me into your little coupon code when you buy on our website www.thefishroom.co.nz and you'll get 15% off all your purchases. Sweet as. 2 pieces, we can go bigger aquarium, smaller aquarium. Let's see if we go well with what we've done. Going to go for one of the bigger ones. Check it out. So the water is now draining out absolutely fine. Turn it off. Just going to obviously dump whatever water's left in there. Take it here. Turn this one back on. Don't get too off it. Yep. And it's draining water out there as well, so that has worked. Good times. Now I just need to work out a way of getting the hose to get it back into the tanks. Right, so there we have it. A cool little doohickey zamiziki that's going to help me get my water out of my aquariums a lot faster, a lot easier, and best of all, I don't have to use something to crimp it down to hold it in between aquarium to aquarium. So I'm actually really happy with how that's turned out. So once again, if you have enjoyed this video, or you're liking what we're doing, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like our videos, and if you've got any questions, bang them in down below. We'll leave it at that. Happy fish keeping, guys, and have a good one.
Like and subscribe.